Special thank you to my $10 and up Patreon supporters and Dr. John Vanderlaan and Steve Bradshaw. Thank you and thanks, buddy.
Hey, jerk faces. Hey, it's Jason. FreeCPAPadvice.com or FreeCPAPadvice.com/forum. Okay, we're gonna rip right into this review. If you wanna help us out, our website and what we're doing here, providing information for free, check the description box below for all kinds of ways to do that. Hey, this review is for the Hans Rudolph 7600 V2 full face mask. Okay, I have quite the long story with this mask.
Hey, you already checking out the Hans Rudolph? Chomping at the bit to buy one? Check out this, $129 from a competitor website. Hey, you want to save a little scratch? I know you do. Head on over to cheapcpapsupplies.com, my sponsor. Look at this, Hans Rudolph, $129. You just saved yourself a bunch of money. And if you use discount code LEFTY15, you save another $16.35. That's a total of $36.35. What, you don't need to save $36.35? If not, head on over and donate some money on my website, fool. That's cheapcpapsupplies.com. Always free shipping, and you can pay with cash or you can use your insurance. Boom.
First of all, I want to thank Hans Rudolph for sending me not one, but two samples to try out. Now, why two? Because their sizing chart is a little different, we'll say. So if you're to wear a large like I do, I wear a large of virtually every other mask, be it Respironics or ResMed, you have to go two sizes down for this. So I wear a small in this. This is the size that fit me. Originally they sent me an extra small. Extra small was too small. You want it to be right about here as far as where the cushion ends up. The inside membrane here should be about 1/4 of an inch below your slightly open mouth. And then you want the top part here to come right into the lower, the indentation here. They call it the nasion. You want to rest right in there to here. So with the extra small, it was kind of like that or like that, and that wasn't jiving with me. So with the small, we're now looking at here, as you can see. Let's go ahead and run through some of the things that are nice about this. So if you're sleeping at night, you have this on, you can go ahead and pinch in here and here for a quick release, and then you can run to the restroom, go poop or whatever you gotta do, come running back, plug it right back in. So when you're tired, you don't have to be fussing with taking off all the straps and headgear. Straps and headgear. Let's go ahead and cover that now. Okay, so I have on pretty much all of them. I just need to get one more on, but look-see. This I do not like. It is a little prong that you have to find the hole for. I got lucky because I've been wearing it for a while. You see how difficult that is? You gotta get this little guy right in here. I got it again because I'm lucky and I'm using a viewfinder. But typically that's much more difficult. When I was doing it at night, trying to get it on and off, I could not find the damn hole to get the clip in there. Now the use of magnets or like a hooking device is much easier. This clip I find extremely difficult, and you can't put all of them on and just rip it over your head because you'll stretch out the headgear.
Oh. Now here's something I also like. You have this.
You have these upper straps you can use to try to tighten it up and draw the mask upward if you need to.
I love that.
Something I also really liked about this mask is that it has this chin cup. Now there's another mask, it was the Inamed Hybrid that had like a chin cup. Look it up if you haven't seen the mask. That one sucked. For some reason, it always pulled the mask down if you open your mouth or tried to open your mouth. Now with this one, it actually says it encourages you to keep your mouth closed, which you don't really want to do with a full face mask because that's kind of the whole point of it is you can't breathe through your nose. But this keeps your jaw from dropping. I found that I could sleep on my back, and though sometimes my jaw would fall backwards, which is not good, this one, it actually comes up enough that it actually kind of grabs it. And it's just tacky enough that it would kind of hold your jaw up. This headgear is not the best headgear I've ever come across in my life. It kind of reminds me of the later versions of the Respironics. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not the sturdier material that you'll find in like a ResMed F20 at this point, or even like the Amara View from Respironics. That headgear is much more stable. Let me tell you why I don't think it matters with this mask though. The silicone that they're using on the 7600 V2, let's just call it the Hans Rudolph. The silicone material they're using on this Hans Rudolph is super sturdy. It is really well made. To the point that a lot of the other ones, when we pasteurize them at work, they can go up to 155, I believe, degrees Fahrenheit. This one can go much, much, much higher. I've used the hell out of this one, and you can see it barely looks like it's got a scratch in it at all. This stuff is extremely durable, and so I love that. You can put it in the dishwasher, and it doesn't melt it at all. It actually holds up very well. Obviously you can't put in the headgear, but just the mask portion itself to clean it. And then you don't have to use any other cleaning supplies other than chuck it in the dishwasher or rinse it in soapy water. You can actually take this stuff and you can boil it on the stove. Yeah, I don't think you can do that with any other mask. So with the mask material being extremely high quality and extremely high grade, this is gonna fail way before this fails. And so regardless of what this is made out of, you're eventually gonna have to replace this because you're gonna have this portion for an extremely long time. Dare I say several years if you're using it that long. So when you replace this is about a $20 to $30 replacement. If you're to replace the entire thing, depending on where you buy it, and I'll give you a wink wink in a minute, it's like $100 for the entire system. If you buy something else, like we mentioned an F20, that's about $150. This is $50 less. If you have to buy a couple extra ones of these, that's not that big a deal because over a period of 2 years, you're gonna be paying a lot less if you're paying for this out of pocket. Or even if you just want like a full face mask as a backup for any time you have like a cold or flu, or you're just congested that night, or you just want to use a full face mask that night. Much lower price point for a much higher quality mask. All right, let's talk about the exhalation port. It shoots out at a 45-degree angle here. You can't really control that, and I wouldn't say it's quiet, but it's not loud either. Now, if you happen to be on nocturnal oxygen at the same time, which most people aren't, but if you are, they have this handy little bleed-in port right here where you can put oxygen in very direct, much more direct than if you're using like a bleed-in valve down here, though that's not bad either. But it's nice that it's built in right here. And if you're not using it, just cover it up with that little guy. Now the Hans Rudolph is a much larger mask than most other full face masks, to the point that I have actually a pretty narrow face, so let me dive into my experience with it. Like I said, I started off with an extra small. It was way too small for me. I was getting pressure on the bridge of my nose, but that's because the mask size was wrong. So once I changed to a size small, it's 2 sizes off from where most masks are. So like I said, if you wear a large in something else, you're gonna be a small in this. If you wear a medium in any other mask, you're probably gonna be an extra small. If you wear a small in something else, you're gonna be in the petite in this. Apparently large is if you have a massive head. I would highly recommend checking out the sizing guides before buying this mask, or you're gonna be utilizing the 30-day mask return policy. So like I said, I used this thing for 2 weeks. With this version, I wore the other one for a week. I used the extra small for a week. I was having major problems with pressure. Again, it's from the wrong size mask. So I finally got to this one. I went to sleep with it leak free, but I found that I had to tighten down the straps more so than any other mask I have to do, and it made it a little uncomfortable. The reason I had to do that is at night, it would always start leaking right in this area. It was driving me absolutely nuts. I could do nothing about it. I was extremely disappointed because I've heard for years lots of really good things about the Hans Rudolph mask. So I was disappointed to say the least. I kept trying and trying and trying. What I think is, like I said, this is much wider than any other mask that I've tried from any other manufacturer. So if you have a larger, wider face, I think this is gonna work really well for you. If you have a skinny, narrow face like myself, I don't think it's gonna work well for you because it's just simply too wide in this area to get a good seal without having to really tighten it down too hard. If you tighten it down too hard, it's gonna make it tight on the nose, the bottom of the chin area. It wasn't a good fit for me. That said, I am a big fan of it, mostly because of its price point and its durability. I think it's a great mask to have as an alternative. Look, I'm not sure how it would fit with you. The clips are a major turnoff for me of how they clip in. I mean, that's not easy at all. For anyone to find that without a mirror, you're gonna be digging around all night. I mean, look at that. That is an extremely tiny target to hit. Versus the other mask now, you have a massive clip where you just have the magnet, you just slap on anywhere in the area and it clips. This is gonna be tough. All right, let's go ahead and try it on with a little bit of pressure right now.
Yeah, it's leaking like crazy. I have to have it like that tight for it to not leak, and that's too tight. So I have to have it, you see how tight it is? It's practically touching in the back, and I don't like it like that. It makes it too tight everywhere. Check this out. I'm trying to pull it back. You can hear it leaking. Let's go ahead and lay down with it.
I think that's my main beef with this. It's like my head position or something that's happening during sleep. And I think it's my head position really alters the fit of the mask a lot. If I look up, it's like it stays tighter. If I come down, it allows it to leak all throughout here. I don't know what it is. Maybe someone else is having a different experience. I mean, I know people are because I see a lot of positive reviews about it. But for me, this just simply didn't work. That said, I like it for a lot of things. I really like that it has the bleed-in oxygen port for those that need that. It makes it really easy. I like that it's all one-piece construction. I like that the silicone that they use is extremely high quality, and I like that it's durable enough that it's going to last several years. I know people are on a budget. You can wash it in the dishwasher, like I said. I really don't like the clips. I think the clips are horrible. The headgear is good enough, and it's cheap enough to replace if you need to replace it and you have the rest of the thing, long term. Is this for you? That's for you to decide. It wouldn't be one for me personally. So all that said, if you're like, you know what, Jason, I like it, I'm going YOLO on it. Go to freecpapadvice.com/forum. Click on the very, very top. Right now I have a banner ad up there. It is for cheapcpapsupplies.com. And if you click on that, it'll take you there. Now, if you were to compare this to a competitor, this mask is about 20 to 30 bucks less than other competitors at cheapcpapsupplies.com. But it doesn't stop there. If you go into your cart and under discount codes, you put in Lefty15, you're gonna get even more off, making this mask cost under 100 bucks in the 95-ish range. My opinion of the Hans Rudolph V2 mask simply is not the end-all be-all. I would love to know your experiences with it. If you love it, if you agree with me, if you had the same experience, if you had a great experience with it and you've been using it for a long time, let me know. Let other people know. Also, please join my forum. Again, it is freecpapadvice.com/forum. I would really, really, really like to thank Hans Rudolph for sending me this mask and another mask for free. I think I paid a total of 10 bucks just in shipping to get it to myself. So I really want to thank you so I could provide this review. Hopefully it was honest and fair. So I really want to thank you guys for providing this mask for review. It was fair, it was honest. I hope you guys feel the same way. Hey, and as always, thanks for watching.